Okay, protecting your troops when you're out in battle. Say you're out trying to fight some people, and all of a sudden the big castle port's right next to you, and you know they're trying to get you. So what do? First off, if someone is actually attacking you and you have troops out and you teleport, well, as soon as you teleport, that attack hits your castle. And if you have two troops out, your troops get hit. So if you can't take the attack, do not teleport with troops out. A lot of people make that mistake. During KVK, Kingdom vs. Kingdom events, I attack people all the time, and they just teleport. They freak out and they teleport. And I get all their troops, alright? So, you do not want to do that. Now, that being said, you also don't want to send troops to a camp to protect them, to get them out of your castle. For the same reason. Let's just say my troops are going to this tile right here. Well, if the enemy really wants to kill my troops bad enough, he can teleport to this tile. Now my troops are attacking his castle, and he'll teleport again, and my troops will hit his castle, and he will kill all of my troops. Therefore, you should never send your troops to a camp when you're trying to protect them from an enemy. Alright, most of us have 5 marches of troops at 200,000 troops apiece. So what you want to do, okay, you're in Battle Fury. You got 15 minutes till you can put up a shield. So what do? You want to find a camp that's at least 7 or 8 minutes away. Send a march of troops to a camp. Alright, as long as they're moving on their way to a camp, the enemy cannot get them. Don't let your troops actually reach the camp. Recall them, or as soon as they reach the camp, send them back. Okay, because the enemy might be waiting at your camp to attack it. Alright, so say your troops go 7 minutes away, you recall them. Now they're on the way back to your castle. And you've got another 7 minutes or whatever of Battle Fury. Well, as soon as that Battle Fury ends, you can put up your bubble, and when your troops get back, they will be safe. So most of us can send, just say, 5 marches times 200,000. That's 1,000,000 troops, plus whatever fits in your shelter. Another thing you can do if you can't find resource tiles is find an empty castle. Alright, rally attack. Do it for 8 hours. If you send leaders, most of my troops are already out. I don't keep them at my castle. I keep them at another castle. But, alright, I can send 250,000 troops to a rally. So tile rallies on empty castles in your shelter. That's how you want to protect troops when you're out on a battle. Now, if your guild goes to actually burn a hive, you might want to ask a couple people to port to that hive with shields. That way, I can send troops to the castles next to me that have shields, and that's actually the easiest way. I mean, I can send a garrison and a reinforcement to the castle next to me, which is pretty much what I do. Most of my troops are over here. They're in my shelter, and then I currently have a couple more I need to send out to be protected. Alright, so sending troops to a friend, starting a rally on another castle, sending troops to resource tiles, and your shelter. Those are all things you can do to protect your troops when you are in battle and you need to get troops out of your castle really fast. Now, when you go to battle, the first thing I like to do is put a march of troops into a fake rally. I shelter some troops, and then I only have so many left out. Now, that's if I don't want to be attacked. Now, I like to be attacked. Okay, I got enough troops to where if somebody attacks me, I can beat them up pretty good. So I like to take hits from troops. So I usually leave all of mine out anymore when I'm attacking people. But I used to hide my troops all the time. As soon as I got to a place to fight somebody, the first thing I did was shelter a march of troops. Then I would find a castle to rally. to protect another 250,000 troops. And then, you know, I had a march of troops out to attack people. And then I might have had a few more left over. So, I mean, even if a few troops get hit, that's not a big deal. They'll go to your beds. Make sure you have plenty of beds, because once your beds are full, if somebody attacks you, those troops die. So make sure you have enough beds for your troops to go into. Build those infirmaries. But yeah, those are different ways you can protect your troops when you're out in battle. Now, when you do need to get troops out real fast, it'll take I mean, if you have a lot of troops, say you need to hide 1 million troops to go to like 5 different tiles or whatever, it's going to take you a good 30-40 seconds, maybe even a minute to get all of those troops out of your castle, so you better act fast if somebody's attacking you and you need to hide them. So those are definitely some really good ways you can get your troops out of your castle to protect them from attackers. Alrighty, hope this video helps.